Yo, what up, YouTube? It's the Deuce, back again. It's going to be my review of Backlash from last night. I actually went to the show in Providence, Dunkin Donuts Center. Went with a buddy of mine. My first WWE, my first wrestling event, honestly, in 13 years. I don't really go. I mean, I live in Rhode Island. Like, not a lot shows come to the Dunkin Donuts Center. Maybe like a couple times a year, 3 times a year, maybe if lucky. And pay-per-views, it's been a while, so it was right in my backyard. I couldn't pass it up. And usually when people are complaining that these lower, like kind of smaller name pay per views aren't going to be that good. They actually end up being not half bad. This was a fucking solid show. Providence always has great wrestling fans. The crowd was hot all night. Just being in that atmosphere around like my people, my fellow wrestling fans, it was awesome. Start of the show was Cody and Seth part two. Fucking another banger. I'm fucking fully behind all aboard the Cody train. I mean, I was a fan of him back then, honestly, like before his Stardust character and all that shit. He was really starting to get over, and it looked like he was heading the right direction. Then he got saddled with that fucking gimmick. But this was an awesome match. These two have such good chemistry together. I didn't even say great chemistry. This might have even been a little better than their Mania. I don't know. I don't know. It might have been a little better than the Mania match. I can't. I was just in like a state of bliss last night. I was like just so excited about everything. It was, if not as good, it was just as, if not better, it was just as good. It was a fucking great match, and Seth tried to roll up Cody using the tights, and Cody reversed him using the tights. So tit for tat, if you will. And so Cody's 2-0 versus Seth. I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe Seth get the win, but hey, Cody hasn't lost since he's returned, and they're really. You love to see it. He's like involved every week. He's getting great ovations in whatever city he's in. I just love it, man. And he's going to be WWE champion this summer at some point. So hopefully, Money in the Bank, he wins that. We'll see. But Cody and Seth, now I have a feeling their rivalry will finish, even though Cody's already up 2-0. But we'll have a Hell in a Cell match. And Rollins, I think he might take three. Seth might take three losses in a row. It doesn't really hurt him, honestly, because he's already reached the peak of his career and shit, and he's still in his prime. But yeah, he's putting Cody over. Holy shit. So yeah, that could be a Hell in a Cell match between those three, and Cody gets a third and final victory over Seth. But yeah, this was a great match. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I just love when these guys with this type of talent are in the ring together. It's fucking great, man. Fluid, everything looks good. There are some good spots in this match. Cody did like a stalling superplex, like off the top. Yeah, obviously superplex off the top rope. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so interesting spots. But Cody, Seth, another fucking banger. 4 stars. Cody picked up the win. Next we had what was after that? Was it Lashley and Omos? Yeah, it was I don't know, maybe a little better than their Mania match because it maybe dragged. Omos maybe did a little more, but Omos picked up the win. He like double choke bomb, that choke bomb, like two-handed choke slam. Uh, MVP got involved a little bit. Crowd didn't really, they didn't really like hate it, but I mean they were behind Lashley. Um, they were into it, but it wasn't like everyone's favorite match of the night. So it was. I'll give it 1.5 stars. It wasn't really anything special. It was better than their Mania match, I guess. But Omos is fucking huge in person. Holy shit. Yeah, that was crazy. Then we had Edge and AJ Styles. Uh, Damian Priest banned from ringside. This was a pretty good match. I don't think it was as good as their Mania match, which wasn't like a barn burn. It was just a really solid match from WrestleMania match, and this one I thought was pretty good too. AJ got distracted. Priest came out and Finn came out. That was awesome to see. The crowd popped for Finn. Attacked Priest. They fought like throughout the crowd, and then someone appeared ringside in a black hoodie and some pant trunks, and my buddy was like, "That's Ciampa," and I was like, "Nah, that's." I mean, maybe it looked like his stature at first, but then I was like, "No, he's got pants, and that kind of looks like a chick." And got in the ring. Everyone was on their feet, like wondering what was going on. Edge made AJ tap, by the way, with the crossface, and then Edge's music stopped playing, so something's gonna get serious when they stop the music. And she took off her hood, and it was fucking Rhea Ripley. Yeah, she has like black hair now. She looks like pretty more badass. So she joined Edge and Priest's faction, Judgment Day. I think now they need one more. Get Ciampa in there too. Yeah, so Edge and AJ, I'll give it 3.5 stars. Excuse me. It was a solid match. It was very enjoyable. I loved seeing Edge and AJ's entrances. And there's not a bad seat in the Dunkin Donuts Center. It's not a big arena. It's like 12, 13,000. And so, I mean, as long as you don't have a fucking camera in your face, like a piece of production equipment in your face, you got a good spot. Yeah, I had pretty fucking good seats. $60 a pop, Ticketmaster. I got them like beginning of April. So they were honestly the best available that were left. So pretty good spot. It was good shit. Yeah, Edge and AJ, 3.5 stars. I like this rivalry. See if it keeps going. Because AJ's got to get a win, bro. Yeah, I loved his attire too. The color scheme he had was cool. Rhea joining the faction is cool too. Let's see, next we have Jesus Christ. Was it the was it? I think it was the yeah. It was okay. So I guess it was the I Quit match after. Um, Ronda and Charlotte. Sorry, I just fucking blank out. Uh, there was no pre-show match, which was weird. I thought too. So it was a long time of just sitting there, like watching them do their shit at the desk. Like there are a lot of Booker T chants and JBL chants. Um, okay, yeah. Charlotte and Ronda. This was actually a pretty damn good fight, to be honest. They fought in the crowd a little, bunch of kendo sticks, steel chairs. They beat the hell out of each other, and Ronda got a nice pop. Charlotte got some decent amount of boos. The people are just sick of her, honestly. And Ronda won. It was pretty predictable. She wasn't. They were gonna have Ronda Rousey say, "I quit." Fucking I Quit match, and especially for a championship. So Ronda Rousey's the new SmackDown Women's Champion. I thought maybe Bayley would return after, but there were a couple people who had Bayley signs, and like I saw a bunch of Bayley, fans. So uh, hopefully soon. It's too bad, but yeah, it was a good match. And Ronda got a big pop when she made Charlotte say I quit. She said, "Oh, you didn't quit? I'm glad you said that, bitch," or something like that on the mic, and then she just snapped her arm. So Ronda, new SmackDown Women's Champ. Yeah, it was good. This was honestly a good fight. I'm gonna give that 3.5 stars too. It was solid. Um, and probably the most boring match of the night. The match no one gave a fuck about. Madcap Moss versus Baron Corbin. I mean, Madcap Moss was on the kickoff show. I could see him down at the desk, and he was getting the Madcap chance. But I just can't get into the guy. And Corbin's a joke. This match went on for far too long. Madcap won with a roll up, like sunset flip. 1, 2, 3. I'll give this match like, I mean, they worked. They worked the match. It wasn't terrible. It was just boring, and the crowd. It was they just had seen a bunch of good shit in a row, and a lot of people were using the restroom or getting snacks, beer, whatever, during this match. But I mean, it was boring. I didn't for it. I'll give it 2 stars. I'll give it 2.5 because they actually did. It was like a solid, like there were no botches or anything. Like everything they did was clean and stuff. But it just like it was just more. It wasn't more than just like your ordinary SmackDown match or something. Uh, so yeah, I mean I'll give it 2 stars. Nothing special. And then the main event, the 6-man tag. Yeah, the Bloodline versus Roman and the Usos versus Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, Matt Riddle, RK-Bro. Man, Orton's so fucking over. RK-Bro is over. That theme song is so sick, honestly. Drew got a nice pop too, and as much as I despise that whole faction, Roman and his cousins got a nice. They got a bunch of cheers, but mostly it was just Orton, bunch of Randy chants, bro chants, and yeah, they were just completely over. This was a really fun six-man tag. I knew this match was going to be exciting. First of all, I'm not quite 4 stars, but I'll give it 3 3/4 stars. I'll give you my rating right there. But it was a very fun match. A lot of fun spots, fast paced, different like moves hitting left and right, super kicks, people getting hit with backbreakers, power slams. Randy hit a couple RKO's. He hit one on Roman after he was going for a Superman punch. He hit him with RKO. And then he RKO'd one of the Usos, I believe. Drew hit a Claymore, I think. And then match ended where Roman speared Riddle and got the 3. So, is what it is. It was a fun match, though. 3 3/4 stars. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give Corbin and Madcap 2.5 stars because it was okay. Uh, yeah. So, and the main event 3 3/4 stars. It was a solid show, man. I really enjoyed Backlash. They give it 7.5 stars out of 10. Honestly, between 7 out of 10, 7.5 stars. It was solid, very solid show. I enjoyed it. The crowd was hot all night. Uh, Even though Orton, Bloodline, Jesus, I'm having a fucking stroke. Even though Randy and Riddle didn't get the win, and Drew, still entertaining main event. Cody got another win. Seeing his entrance live was fucking awesome. Everyone at the whoa part all in one. Oh, it's great. And Seth Rollins, oh, shit in person, man. That's fun, man. That was a good time. So next time they come to my neck of the woods, I'll definitely be trying to get some tickets again. So yeah, solid pay-per-view. Yeah, I honestly give it 7.5 stars out of 10, just because it was that good to me. It was solid. Yeah, Rhea part of Judgment Day. Cody's got 2 wins over Seth now. Bloodline picked up a big win. Madcap has laughing rights literally over bragging rights over Corbin. Lashley couldn't take down the Colossus, the Nigerian giant. They're billing him as now. He's massive, honestly, in person. Yeah, so it was a good show. A lot of different outcomes. I anxious to see what happens on Raw tonight. I saw Cody Rhodes already advertised facing Austin Theory for the U.S. title, United States Championship, and I. It's my first thought. Seth's going to get involved somehow to cost Cody the match. So this could be Cody's first loss, or maybe it's just a DQ where he wins, but he doesn't win the title. So yeah, should be interesting. Backlash, solid show. Let me know what you guys thought. It was awesome there live. So yeah, I'm out. Peace. Till next time.